Oh, excuse me. I don't know if this is sounding okay. My sound has been terrible lately. I have tried to clean everything. And you know, I just tried to do something with a friend, a very good friend, and it didn't work because the software for communicating on this, even though it was one of the things that started it all, is not as seamless as you think. I don't know if you can hear me. Often it's like, you know, all that kind of crap. However, let me just check with my little thing. Let me just check with my little thing. Okay, that's clear enough. That's fair enough. That's very clear. What the hell? I've got a tick. What's going for a tick? And someone listening. It might even be me. You never know. Alright, okay. This is not exciting. I've said 15 minutes. It's meant to be about 15 minutes. I have got a car with which I can reliably come second on the special stage Route X. I have a thing where I've set it up ready for me. I don't have a rig until me and Ant can fix it. We are working on it. We are working on it. I've not spent hundreds of pounds, but I am getting to the point where I'm thinking, should I have just spent another 200-300 quid on a different chair and shit? The problem is where I live in a little one-bedroom flat. I like my flat, hate the area, but the way my old Play Seat Challenge worked, I could shove it in the corner and it was out of the way, and then I could pull it round and it would sit between my telly and the settee, and I could carry on playing, and it was not a great disruption. And for someone that's not completely invested in sim racing, that was good. It meant I could enjoy it when I wanted to enjoy it and put it away when I didn't want to or wasn't finding it enjoyable. I've just spent in this car, this Nissan Silvia K. I bought this the other day, and I bought it because the mate I was trying to do stuff with obliterated me in the car that I thought was fast. I could get to 280, 290 with nitrous, 270, 75 without nitrous. Reliably, you know, I could easily 270 with a headwind. It's got 7 gears. It wasn't great on the tyres. It tuned a lot, and it was the Corvette C6, I think it is, with 1,066 horsepower, and he had a Nissan Silvia, but an 88, 89 model, with a swapped out engine, so it had 1135 horsepower and was super light and slippery. Hilarious, because he'd spent years using the GTR as the best and fastest car. Just ridiculous. So, you know, it's not like I'm like, oh, I want to beat him. I just thought he was quite funny, quite interesting, that I had a car that was not the GTR, and the GTR was in Gran Turismo Sport was easily the best car to use. There were other cars that could match it in speed, but the thing is, the four-wheel drive gave you a stability that you just didn't have in other things. Now on this Gran Turismo 7, which is different, I know there's a lot of you people out there who think that Gran Turismo 7 should be just like Gran Turismo Sport, and most of you don't drive, and Gran Turismo 7 came out and I was given it as a gift by Hugh Hattrick. It was the first time that driving one of these things felt truly normal. I've spent the last 35 years driving quickly, you know, and this felt like a car. The only feedback you get is through the steering wheel, right? I mean, even if you get like a 40 grand, what do you call it, a 40 grand rig that, you know, has these hydraulic rams on it and that sounds great and all this kind of stuff, it's not the same as sitting in a car. I mean, how many car magazines have I read where people talk about what happens? What's important is what you feel through your arse. Okay, you know. Yes, steering feedback is important, and that's been lost with electric steering and all that kind of stuff. But it's the physics of what's going along. What do you feel through your bum? What do you feel as you go along? You don't get that in a sim rig. You don't get that in any kind of sim. But at least you get the steering, okay? And the steering feedback I was getting and the way the cars behaved with Gran Turismo 7 at the beginning was great. It felt natural. It felt familiar. So a bunch of people complain about it and they change it. Right, let's see what we've got here. I needed a bit of... even at the low speeds this is going, I needed a bit of rear downforce to stop the back end from spinning out when you're going around a bend. It's just going to be... Oh, you know what? I've not done it right. I set this up to be like 20 or 10 laps. I need to make it 2 laps. I've realised that 20 laps is a long time. 6-7 minutes a lap. It's an hour. More than an hour. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's boring as fuck. Especially when you're using a pad. I am not the kind of person that can use the sticks on a pad. I have to steer with motion controller, otherwise I just crash. Or I can't do it. It's not a case of I don't like it as much, I just can't do it. I cannot do it. So, the last 3 races I have come second. 25 gears. And what has happened is the guy in front has been 8 to 10 seconds ahead of me. So I have spent 100,000 space bucks on getting nitrous. Why have I done this? It's so that I have got a chance to catch up with the guy in first. Oh, bugger! Ah, you bastard! You put me off. You just gave me an idea. So this is the car. I've just been doing a thing, Richie. I'm so slow because I don't have a B22 fucking souped up to the nines free engine. Honestly, I don't know how you got that. I get like that. I've never got that anything other than the lowest. Okay, I've never. Oh, finish my sentence. I have never got anything but the lowest gift on the lottery, and I don't know how you've looked into getting that. Do the menu books. Oh God, fuck off. Yeah, I got to a point. I just got bored. I got bored. So you get it in the menu books. Okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. As I've said many times, and people think I'm being self-depreciating and all that kind of crap, I'm just slow. I'm not able just not able to go as fast. As many other people. I'm just not. I can't change it. I can work on it and get faster. I mean, we're Moomin, our DTR Moomin, one of the three of the dream team, and Diaco, but Moomin I'm thinking of specifically because, you know, he was still faster than me, I'm sure, but he was slower. 309. You said 315 the other day. You keep changing that number. Before I go, is the sound clear? Is this okay? Because the sound is my biggest problem these days. When I'm rich, I'll get a PlayStation 5 and Bluetooth everything and all that kind of crap. Oh, 3 people watching me. I wonder why. Why? So, 492.7. Now, have you noticed? I have changed to KPH. Mostly because the gearing is in KPH, and it doesn't matter what you put your thing in, it's always in KPH. How does that work? Doesn't make any sense at all. So I just decided I will go for KPH. Okay, so to try and make my life easier, I lived in Germany for a year. I got used to kilometers per hour. Ah, right, 314 with a slipstream. Okay, fair enough. I've noticed slipstream in GT7 is nowhere near as good as it is in other things, GTS. $352. Now I've got like 341 horsepower with this car, something like that. So I think I'm doing pretty damn well. Hold on, I just need to press this button. Oh God, can't pick up a drink when you're doing it this way. Woohoo! Okay, continue. So I'm steering in midair. You can tell because my movements are a bit jerky to try and get over. Oh, don't piss about. Yeah. So you can see the guy ahead is catching up. So I've got nitrous. So it's not that much lower than me. So I'm going to use the trick I normally do of squirting a bit of nitrous. There are certain speeds where it doesn't slow down as much. It takes a while to slow down. But of course there's a limited amount of yeah, absolutely. Now I'm doing a lot more. Possibly the next race. I mean, this was going to be these 2 laps. What I do for money. I mean, the point of what I'm doing here is not enjoyment because I don't really enjoy it. I enjoy the sort of the technology. I enjoy the trying to fiddle with the car to get it to go quicker. And I had your jeans isn't faster tuned in 10 minutes. Well, I said 50. I don't know if you're referring to this, what I said in 15 minutes. I'm working on the principle of it takes about 5 to 6 minutes a lap. and plus a bit of fiddling around, 15 minutes. I'm trying to be honest with my idiots that listen to me. I don't know why they listen to me. I'm going to come second anyway, but the point is the number of credits you get. On the old system, if you were in a what Polyphony considered a slower car, and you could set it to be like a Group 1 car or something that you were up against, you got more money. And I could make anything up to 200,000 credits a race fairly easily. This one, oh, Genesis, sorry, it's saying Gene's is much faster. Right, Genesis, yeah, that Genesis I was just trying. Yeah, the Genesis, I kind of like the Genesis. I just like the car, and it's four-wheel drive, and it's a V6. I like 6s and 12s are the best, obviously, but 6s are pretty good, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. Professor Gordon Murray, genius F1 designer of the McLaren F1, and the person behind the GMA T50, T33, T25, T40, the Rocket, which was a little Yamaha 1 litre R1 engined mad thing, which I wouldn't want to drive anywhere. No, that's not true. I'd like to drive it on a track. I would not like to drive it on the road. It's scary. Yeah, the Genesis, I quite like that. It's kind of a modern car, a bit heavy. I got it as light as I could get it. And I just, again, I'm trying to mix things up to make doing these sort of daily make some money things a bit more interesting. So I thought I'd take it on here. I was using the same two cars, the Ferrari, the red thing, and the C6, C7, C whatever I don't know what they are. I don't care anymore. I used to know everything about cars, and now I just like I went off because I can't buy them. I can't drive them. Reading about them's a very poor substitute to driving, honestly. Incidentally, about, was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? You see, I don't even know. One of my neighbours, who I've spoken to 4 or 5 times, Mahmoud, he's from Egypt. So he comes over here, he's got a job in the local hospital as a physiotherapist. He's told everybody he's a doctor, which of course he's not. He's not a doctor. He's got a bachelor's in whatever it takes in Egypt to become a physiotherapist, but you know, he likes to impress people, you know, he's got an ego like all of us. And he decided he was going to buy a car. And he was ringing me and all sorts of stuff. When I was on a little holiday, my first holiday in 9 years, let's say. Oh no, yeah, 9 years, let's say 9 years. Doing a bit of kayaking, canoeing in general, with 2 very old friends of mine, my oldest friends, Paul and Amanda, on a lake in the middle of Snowdonia. It was brilliant. And I'm getting these texts and phone calls from him. There's no signal there, but there's like a Wi-Fi in the campsite. And so I connect and it pops up. And he's like, oh, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm away. I'm on holiday. Hold on, this is lap 2. I need to get some speed going. I might be able to catch him up. Completely forgot. Okay. I'm going to lose. I might have caught him up on that back straight. This is annoying. And he goes, oh, I texted him back on WhatsApp and said, I'm on holiday, I'm sorry, but no. So of course he goes, oh, great, next time I come with you. So I've spoken to him 4 times in my life, and he decided he's coming on holiday with me. See, that's why I thought it might have... Oh, see how much nitrous was left? I was too busy talking. As usual, too busy talking. Right, and so he decides he's going to come on holiday with me next time over my dead body. Absolutely over my dead body. So, but this guy decides that I'm teaching him how to drive. Now, the thing is, legally, in Britain, if you come from Egypt and you've got a full licence, you can drive in Britain for a year before you have to pass a test in Britain. Having driven with the guy, that's insane. We're on a roundabout, busy roundabout, dual carriageway, and he goes halfway around the back, stops dead. He stops dead in the middle of the roundabout. I'm like, keep going, keep going, keep going, go, go, go. And he's like, no, no, no. I'm like, go, for God's sake, please go. You're going to get us killed. So he goes, and he's like, in Egypt, you give way to these people. I'm just like, you're not in fucking Egypt. So, you know, there is a general rule in Europe and across the world where you give way to the right. And that is what you do in Britain and Ireland. The rules are, think of a roundabout, you give way to people approaching from the right. And to all you idiots out there, you think you give way to everybody that's coming. You know, if you can see them from the right. No, if they're on the roundabout. Yeah. This guy, if you're on the roundabout, he's used to people just giving way. So he stops dead. And that's the problem, you see. People come from other countries with the rules of their countries that are not the rules of Britain, and Britain is an incredibly safe place. The British Isles, even in Ireland where there's mad people who drive, and I've known a few of them who know they're mad. The rules of that land are different, and if you just come in and you're just assuming they've looked them up. And when I drove in America, when I drove in France and Belgium and Germany and all these places, I've driven in these places, I go and I make the effort to find out what their rules are so I don't do something stupid. I will in a sec, Richie, I'll be there. So, but he didn't. Plus the fact he's a terrible driver. I absolutely would not get in a car with him again. He then offered my friend Chaz, who's the manager of the properties that we both live in, to drive him to Manchester. And I told Chaz, no, don't do it. Because I live in northwest Wales. This is very quiet. The roads here, as bad as it might seem, well, if you live here, where yeah, no, it's really not. It's really good. Apart from the tourists that don't know how to deal with small roads. Oh my God, a dry stone wall. Anyway, let's get to the point of this video. Clean rainbow. Clean. Bing, bing, bing. Right, so I've done 67 kilometres. I need to do 42 and a bit. I get 37,000 credits for coming second. Alright? So, you've got to pick the right car, and you've got to fiddle with the race so that you are racing the fastest people you can race and get off with something. I mean, how much would I have got? I don't know, 40, 50k if I'd have come first. But the car wasn't able to do it, especially if you're talking too much and you don't use the nitrous. But that's the point of this video. This is the point. So I'm going to leave it there because that screen is the point. You get this. Well, hold on. 66,000. No, that's what I've gained. So I gained 29,000. You get one of those. Your daily race. Oh no, it does that, which is annoying as hell. And you're back to this screen. So, okay, I lost against someone that is... Well, I only lost against one. I don't know why. The other cars are the same. If you look down, 8th position, same car. I don't get that. But, That's what we're doing. That's the point of this video. So, thank you for listening. Good night, people. And I don't love you all because I don't know any of you. I mean, how many times have you heard it? Love you all. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't know you. How would I know? God.